Hearts have made another new signing in the summer, but this time it's not a player, and in fact it is a deal with League 2 side the Spartans, as they have began a cooperation agreement. Welcome back, guys, to Son of Scotland TV, and Heart of Midlothian can confirm it is entered into a cooperation agreement with the William Hill League 2 side, the Spartans. So obviously both clubs for Edinburgh. I think this works for Hearts. It works for Spartans as well. If you're going to give out your best young players on loan rather than have them travelling a shitload of miles, it just makes sense logistically for the Spartans and Hearts to have this agreement. And of course we know that the players don't have to go out for a full season. Hearts can literally loan the Spartans a couple of players for like 2 weeks and then bring them back. So all in all, I think it will help Hearts loan out their best young players to get game time, and it will help the Spartans because I think Hearts' young Scottish players aged between 16 and 21 should be good enough for the level, at least, of League 2. And those players should be able to make a considerable impact for the Spartans and maybe even help them with promotion. So I think it makes sense. But what have Hearts said about the deal? On their official website, they have said, quote, "The move comes following the new Scottish FA initiative, which allows players who are eligible for the Scotland national team and between the ages of 16 to 21 to move between their parent club and cooperation club in an attempt to increase playing time. Centre-back and B-team captain Kenzie Nair is the first player to benefit from this agreement, joining the Spartans at Ainsley Park. This move marks the beginning of what is hoped to be a fruitful collaboration between the two clubs." End of quote. So, yeah, I think this can work out pretty well. There was more stuff said about it, really, but not going to get into too much detail here. Basically, it's just thanking each other and hoping that this, works out long term and all that stuff. But I think it will work out long term, and pretty much all the clubs are doing it now. I think every club in the top flight has nearly got one of these cooperation agreements in place. So to me, it makes sense. Celtic announced one a couple weeks ago with Ayr. I think Aberdeen have announced one, I believe. Is it with Peterhead? It might not be Peterhead, but I know Aberdeen released one as well. They announced their cooperation agreement. So it seems like all the Premiership clubs are doing this, and now Hearts are the latest. And it does make sense, and all we can do now is hope that this pays off long term. I don't think for the first couple of years, couple of seasons of this agreement we're really going to notice it too much, but it might mean that we do have younger players perhaps coming through the Hearts team and maybe debuting in the Hearts A team quicker than we would have before, because they're getting more experience playing in the Scottish Pyramid. So here's hoping that, over the next couple of years, we do see younger players breaking into the Hearts first team, and it might be because, they've had more game time in important league matches, even if it be League 2 with the Spartans. So that's what we need to hope, and Kenzie Nair is the first player to go to the Spartans. Hopefully it works out for him, and I'm excited to see how this deal between Hearts and the Spartans progresses, and like I said, hopefully turns out to benefit us in the end. And of course I think it will just naturally benefit the Spartans because they're getting players from a Premiership club, so I would imagine those players are good enough for League 2. And also, like I said, the proximity of the two clubs as well, both being capital clubs, it definitely helps. You're not having players having to travel into the Highlands or any shit like that. So I think it's going to work well for both Hearts and the Spartans, guys. But let me know what you think down below in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And a couple of signings as well, I think, coming in for the start of the season. So I'll be disappointed if this is a last signing, but I think this could be a good partnership, so hopefully it will turn out to be that. Anyway, guys, that's it. Till next time. Peace.